Well, what do you know it? I thought he'd blow it.
I'm actually amazed my crew hasn't been pelted with a rock yet, due to the open cam and all.
And we're away! Oh no! Samson, stop!
Stop! Why?
It's a dead end. We can't go any further. Brakes on, driver! Samson was cross. He had been sent to work at Crovan's Gate mine after being removed from waste collection duty with Harvey. Following this development, Samson felt he was often relegated to tasks of lesser and lesser importance, which was mostly due to his frequent muddles and refusal to admit he had made a critical error until it was far too late. If you asked any other engine, the ends surely justified the means, but Samson simply was not having it.
It's just not right wasting my talents on such menial work. Shunting trucks into the mine shaft, moving this here and that there. Surely this is a job for another engine, and not me. I am the strongest tank engine on Sodor after all.
What's this? I keep hearing about you being the strongest tank engine. That claim appears to be quite unfounded.
I agree. Don't get me wrong, we all like you, Samson, but for someone acting so high and mighty, you haven't been all that helpful.
Oh, really? Name one instance where I've made a mess of things since I've been stationed here.
As you can imagine, in terms of Samson's mistakes, the list went on. Many of the rail networks where the standard gauge and narrow gauge engines work now feature dual gauge track, and Samson had a hard time remembering this. Throughout his service, he had caused a great deal of damage to some of the rolling stock and Sir Handel.
Oh no!
Samson, you cabless klutz! Why did you stop here with your trucks? You were in my way! I swear, you can take that proud tank engine routine and your cool sounding whistle and shove it right down your...
Oh, I suppose it was so long ago I simply didn't remember that.
Are you kidding me? It was yesterday, you idiot! Make a mistake, taking a bicycle and scrap, making me money.
Maybe once you get the hang of this, you can work your way up, and then you can start doing the jobs you feel more gratified doing. It's something to consider, Samson. Everyone has to pay their dues.
I suppose you're right, Rusty. Perhaps I do need to be a bit more focused.
In terms of connecting the railways, Arthur's branch line passes through the transfer yards on the way to the coastal town of Normanby. He had just stopped for a drink at a junction when Madge arrived carrying Sir Handel on her trailer.
Hello, Arthur. Having a drink, I see?
Yes, indeed, Madge. It's important to stay hydrated. Whoa, Sir Handel, what happened to you? I thought we promised each other we wouldn't get bent out of shape again. What was it this time? Dynamite? That wall at Crovan's Gate? I heard even Freddy had a go at it recently.
Arthur, I do not even want to talk about what I've been through. If I just said that Samson was working at the mines, would that be enough of a recap? Would that give you a mental image of what I've been through? Huh? Would that be enough?
Ah, say no more. With Samson, I totally understand.
Well, goodbye, Arthur. Have a nice journey.
You too, Madge. Feel better, Sir Handel. Wait, what is that?
That's the man in the hills. It's
a strange etching in the rocks based on an old legend.
I was just going to say that, Mac.
Oh, excuse me. I suppose I'll just hand the floor over to you then, Lord Mighty.
The original design was found in Green Hills Junction, but now, oddly, they're starting to pop up in other places. Not just in mossy hills, but even rocks.
Interesting. Well, that does seem a bit odd. Where did it come from? Samson worked hard the next few days and was careful not to make a single mistake. He did his work much more slowly, yet methodically, and this clearly made a difference. He hoped that with a little luck, and if he asked the foreman nicely, he could negotiate a little more variety to his workload.
Hello, sir. Have I been doing all right, sir?
Yes, indeed, Samson. Fine work indeed.
Ow! 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 Too loud! Too loud!
Oh, sorry. I forgot you weren't that far away. We're all very impressed, Samson. You've really proven yourself here these past few days.
Do you think I would be allowed to take some trucks down the line, sir? Or just anything with a bit more variety?
Oh, I'm afraid not, Samson. It's honestly just not in the cards. I really need an engine here all the time to keep the hopper wagons in order. Plus, now that you've got this whole dual gauge track thing figured out, I couldn't afford to lose you. Perhaps in time, though.
Samson was disappointed. But when he remembered that he had an important job to do, he couldn't feel all that low for long. He was a proud engine, who above all else wanted to prove how useful he was. So it took no time to have his mind elsewhere.
That's the one. These are the markings that have been cropping up all over the island.
Which is quite a coincidence, since our man in the hills has been on the run for so long. He's gotta be here.
How some shoddy shepherd managed to invade Aura's best man with a flock of sheep is simply beyond me. He doesn't even want the man. He wants some stupid headlamp.
I heard it's something supernatural.
Well, I think this is just a load of soup.
It may be, but I'm fed up with waiting. Which is why I'm gonna send that flock sky high if it gets this wanderer to show himself. I have the whole grid for the day's blasting on standby. It's our fireworks show.
Brilliant. Untraceable, I presume. The man in the hat is a little particular about loose ends.
Of course, of course. With that said, though, he said nothing about having to improvise. Hey yo, better lay low.
One day, BoCo the Diesel Engine came to the yard to collect some hopper trucks. He was pleased to see Samson, or amused more like, simply because of the Proud Engine's reputation.
Hey there, Samson. Nice to see you. I must say I've enjoyed hearing about your exploits as of late. Hard to get lost here, eh? It's a nice straight shot through the valley.
I'll have you know, BoCo, that we all learn from our mistakes.
Hard to argue with that, eh, BoCo? I guess that means you're talking to the world's smartest engine.
Good one, Charlie.
But seriously, folks, the guy must be some kind of genius. I'm here till Tuesday. Thank you, good night.
Thank you for shunting these for me, Samson. All in good fun, all in good fun. I'll see you all soon.
Alright, BoCo, you're ready to go.
Ah, this is a nice quiet route. Kinda makes the best of a hot day. Even so, I feel a bit... Oh no, I can't believe this. This shouldn't be happening to me.
Ah, that's torn it. We've overheated. I'll have to phone for help.
It's not like I mind the extra work, but it seems my cooling system has something to say about it. Ugh, this is the worst.
Ah, you put upon engine. You're just as old as Edward was when they first started calling him old. Face it, big fella. Rover extended.
It's nice to know Donald and Douglas will be back in service soon. I might have to run a few less errands like this. What was that? What in the name of... that drawing? It looks like a man.
The news of BoCo's breakdown soon spread, and Samson was called to action.
Oh, Samson!
Ow! Ow! That megaphone is not necessary, sir. I'm right here.
Oh, sorry. I guess I kind of like this thing. Anyway, BoCo has broken down in the Valley Pass. Apparently we've had some blasting going on there, but I've made sure that we've shut down any operations on our end. Samson, could you go and fetch his trucks?
Yes, sir. Might I just take the train the rest of the way, sir? And take BoCo along with me? 2 birds, 1 stone, eh?
No, BoCo is too heavy. A diesel from the works will be sent to collect him. For now, please return the trucks as soon as possible. Off you go, then.
Oh, for goodness sake. Hardly efficient, ain't it? I'm strong enough for this. What does he know? Hello, BoCo. Samson here at your service.
Thank you, Samson. But you're just supposed to be collecting my trucks. I'm hanging around here for a bit until someone comes along to pick me up.
Yes, yes, I know, BoCo. Settle down. What was that?
That's what I want to know. Didn't the foreman call off the blasting? I've been a little nervous. I'm still hearing stuff go off.
We weren't supposed to hurt anybody, really. We were supposed to drive that shepherd out into the open.
He didn't say anything about any collateral.
We have to make a break for it!
There's going to be a rock slide. Samson, you have to push.
Ha-ha! At last you all will see that I'm the strongest tank engine on Sodor.
Well, right now I sincerely hope you're not all talk.
Ha ha ha! Ha-ha! I'm doing it! I'm doing it!
Well, what do you know it? I thought he'd blow it. I thought he'd blow it.
I'm actually amazed my crew hasn't been pelted with a rock yet, due to the open cab and all.
And we're away! Oh no! Samson, stop!
Stop? Why?
It's a dead end. We can't go any further. Brakes on, driver!
Well, we've got to go further if we don't want to get buried alive!
Okay, I guess we can work with this. Back up! Lit fuse! Live dynamite!
Yes, of course. Back it up! Back it up!
down.
Are you alright, BoCo? Are the rails still intact?
Yes, I'm fine. Gun it, Samson.
Righto, BoCo! Charge! Onward to victory! Stay strong, BoCo. We may just make it.
Yeah, let's go! Samson, slow down! Slow down! Ah!
BoCo, we did it! We made it out alive!
Samson, we made it, but I'm honestly not too thrilled.
You should be grateful, BoCo. If I hadn't come along, no one would have been able to push you out of the way, and you would have been badly damaged from the get-go instead of
being perched rather uncomfortably against these sharp rocks.
Oh, sorry.
Well, Samson, it's safe to say you really can't do much of anything without a hitch. But if you hadn't almost pushed me into those rocks before, my wheels wouldn't have lit those fuses and gotten us to safety. I mean, I suppose safety is a relative term, but Samson, if it weren't for you, there wouldn't be any of me still left.
Ha 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 ha! Well said, BoCo. Thank you.
Hey, you deserve it. Thanks for being you, Samson. It's all you'll ever have to be.
Samson and BoCo were rescued, and soon order was restored. Many of the engines had questions regarding the events of their survival, which were met with minimal responses. In many ways, they weren't quite sure of what had befell them, and tried to shake off the event. As a reward for his heroism, Samson was retasked with performing odd jobs, and BoCo's cooling system and chassis were swiftly mended. But even so, something wasn't quite right. For as I'm sure you've learned by now, a small spark may very well lead to a larger fire.
Thank you for your sweep rescue team, but we hadn't even phoned the fire brigade. No sense in you both having to come here.
Better safe than sorry. It's our duty to ensure the safety of the railway network and beyond.
Besides, we believe determining a cause of the tremors will help shed some light on what really happened here.
What are you all, detectives now? We don't need you both poking your hoses on our site. If we wanted you around, we would have called or rang a bell.
Well, recent events have told us otherwise. We don't rule out anything anymore. We seek answers so everyone can rest easy. Your embankment put 2 engines and their crews in danger. One with an open cab, I might add. So I'd say this rock face is worth investigating. Just so we're positive this slip-up wasn't on your end.
Yes, indeed, very well said, Bell.
Well, whatever caused the tremors certainly had something to do with an unsafe embankment, not any sort of detonation. I'll have you know that my men had orders to stop any sort of blasting along this route.
I'd say the initial tremor was caused by a man-made explosion. However, judging by this particular detonation, this does not seem to be an error of quarry equipment. The dynamite was not linked to any sort of charge. Your devices are usually more sophisticated than that, I'm assuming. Even if it was an accident, your charges would have produced a precise explosion. Assuming there was a system malfunction, this part of the ridge was not blown apart by dynamite, but perhaps a weapon of some kind.
So, what does this mean?
That means this malfunction was a deliberate one, to hurt someone, or perhaps drive someone out.
But the question still remains. Who on earth could have done this?
That's what we'd like to know.
Hey, you.
Oh, hey, Arthur.
Looks like you survived your little bout with Samson.
I did, somehow.
I wanted to hear more about the cause of the rock slide. Do you know what happened?
It's awfully fishy. I heard the search and rescue team is having a look at it now. Maybe even the ministry.
Perhaps we should talk to Edward about it. Do you think maybe this has something to do with...
Arthur, Edward has probably heard about it already now that Samson has a hero's tale to tell.
I understand that, but I don't see why you don't talk to Edward about these things. You have to understand, Edward is a friend to everyone, but he confides in no one. No one but you.
All I really saw throughout the whole ordeal was a man in a rock.
Wait, a man in a rock? I've seen this.
Yes, a white figure with a crook, like some kind of guardian or something.
The man in the hills.
Oh, Thomas! I didn't see you there.
Sir Handel once told us a story about him for the Thing Controller's birthday years ago. At Green Hills Junction, you can see the etching of a white figure.
Sir Handel? Really? I thought island lore was more of Duke or Skarloey's cup of tea.
He's a little wiser than we give him credit for, but only a little. Maybe we should ask him sometime.
Oh, look who it is. Giving us the silent treatment as usual. Hey man, I don't speak ellipsis, sorry.
Yeah, we drove him out, just as the man in the hat requested. Didn't spot him, but if they were in the valley, the explosives should have put him out in the open. We need to speed things up, honestly. All this sneaking around.
Oh!
Oh no!
In regards to the utter abomination you've made of your mission, consider this collateral. The shadows are no longer a haven for us. For now, we must make our own way toward the light.